My name is Miss Leanne Forbes, and I'm a teacher at the Columbus Primary School located on Wolf Road and Collins Avenue in the Bahamas. Well, before I started the program, the school year 2010-2011, I got a grade 5 class. The boys were quite rambunctious. You know, as boys, they jostle between each other to see who is top, middle, their ranking, and kind of be macho. And they usually do that with anger words, anger fist, anger body tones. And the girls were also the same. They were what we call in the Bahamas womanish, or they were had a lot of attitude towards each other. And sometimes that superseded their aim to do their work and to finish their assignments. So you had a lot of write-ups of discipline and misbehaviors that were going on when I first got my kids. I was so excited. It was on one piece of paper. I read the paper and I got results. Literally at the end of the classroom, I got results. And you heard the whispers and the talk among the kids during their lunchtime. And so I'm like, wow. I think by the end of the first week, second session, I'm like, this is gonna work for the kids. And this is gonna work for me, because I need it too. So the process was so much of a self-discovery, self-improvement for the kids, and it was so wonderful. Them figuring out that they are heroes, that they are different, and it's not even that so what that I'm different. I'm like, I'm glad that I'm different. It's great that I'm different. I have qualities and I'm different. I loved it, and they appreciate it. Her hair is long, my hair is short. She has brown shoes, I have black shoes. There was less jostling for position and just appreciation of who they were. It was great. There was less fighting. By the end of 4 weeks, we saw these results from the kids. And I'm not talking minor results. I'm not talking a zip-zap result. I'm talking life-changing results. The grades went up. None of my boys ever went to see the vice principal again. They became brothers and sister keepers. They made sure that everyone ate, and they made sure they scolded one another if they misbehaved in school and out of school. I was like, wow. So because discipline and self-image and self-perspective and their self-image was strengthened of themselves, I could go on the business of education. And it's not all about, the discipline rules on the wall. Because they changed the way they thought about themselves. So discipline automatically came along.
We have a lot of teachers who step up and say, yes, I want my class to be better, and yes, I want my students to be better, but I'm already sunk with the amount of curriculum I have to deal with, and I have no time and I have no interest in doing this. So what would you say to the teacher who is overwhelmed, underpaid, not understood, stressed out, and now you're giving them something else to do?
I'm overwhelmed, I'm overstressed, understressed, above all of that. And I know we have a lot of programs that are in the books, on the books, and that can be supplied to us. But this program works. It is an ease. There's not a bulk of information that you say, well, I have to take down data, I have to stipulate, I have to calculate, and so forth like that. This is just being with your kids and having a talk. At the end of the year, I had a submission of 5 students to be prefects. And at our school, we don't choose students just to be prefects based on their GPA. They have to show leadership skill, discipline skills, and obedience in accordance to the school rules, and basically a recommendation of the teacher. And I proudly, without a doubt, recommended them all because I knew I saw the change in them, so I knew they had the ability to do the work next year as prefects. So yeah, 4 weeks. It is fun, it's creative, and it gives you an inside depth of who your students are. You stick with this program 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever interruption the school may bring. If you stick with this program, you're gonna see a difference in your kids. And it will translate into the math that you're having trouble with, the fractions that you're having trouble with, because you know what? They're going to pay attention. They're going to keep on board. They're going to keep on task. They're going to hold each other accountable. They're going to show up to school like my kids did when it was raining, and they still showed up to school because they didn't want to miss a lesson. They're going to do that, and you're going to see their dedication. You're going to see them in a different way, and they're going to see you in a different way. I think it's a wonderful thing when kids can discover who they are. And then they can be about the business for the rest of their lives of doing what they're supposed to do. you're definitely going to see results translate into those grades and that in your numbers. This program came in, and I knew that there's a different expectation when you get this program and you go to your classroom. Class assignments are going to get done. Students are going to study more. Things just change for the positive and for the better. It sinks into them. And then they treat each other specially. They treat each other like, okay, I'm special, you're special, we're all special. Let's all the special people sit down and have lunch together. And they eat. I had a child inside my class and do not touch his fries. Seriously, do not touch his fries. Him and his fries had a personal relationship. So the day that he offered fries to the other guy, it was the biggest thing ever. And I'm like, you did what? Yeah, second miss, the lunch lady had some extra fries and stuff, and I got some extra fries for us to share so we could have a pie. And I was like, what? I said, you never shared your fries before? His exact words and stuff like it's different now. I like to get it's different now. I say, okay. And the boys then put all the desks together, and it changes. You see the changes. It makes your class easier. For me, it did. There's an excitement to come back to work now, especially when I didn't have to discipline the kids anymore. For me, it was fantastic. From March onward, and that heavy, hectic time between Easter, exam, and study, and specialists, and sports day, and special assemblies, and so forth. And those kids transitioned into those periods point blank. I could have gone to the office for an assignment or papers or worksheets or had something to do, but the kids stood out in assembly and they disciplined themselves. This is gonna work. Yeah, that's my language. This is gonna work. I was so excited about it because it puts something so yes, we've come across these concepts about self-appreciation, other appreciation before, but I've never come across it in that simplest of forms before. Each child has a great potential, and I always say you're special and you're super from your head to your toe.